In a recent interview on Joe Rogan's podcast, Justin Gaethje shared that he declined a brand new truck offered to him by Arman Tsarukyan as a reward for his victory over Ilia Topuria. Gaethje explained that he preferred not to accept the gift, stating that he didn't want to be driving a vehicle that had been purchased for him by someone else.
But I'm not ever gonna, I'm not taking this truck from fucking Arman. There's absolutely no way I would take a truck.
He bet $1 million on Justin.
His friend.
And he won like 5-3, I believe.
5-7.
So he's gonna buy me a truck, but I mean, I would
what
never.
What kind of truck? Get a Raptor. Tell Arman to buy you that truck.
No, I'm not taking a truck from him. No way.
You won him $5,700,000.
I didn't have to ride around in a fucking truck that a dude bought for me every day. I don't know. I just can't go there.
You won that truck.
We didn't shake on it.
He
does not owe it to me.
I don't take that goddamn
I'm right
truck.
there with you, Joe.
Yeah, take the truck, dude. He might also be your next opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible.
That's possible.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy.
Definitely the guy that's up.
That's the guy. I mean, if there's anybody else in the division, that is the guy.
Comment below. Who's winning on July 11th, Max or McGregor? And hit that subscribe button. I'm still a small channel on the road to 500 subs, and I work hard every single day to bring you the latest MMA news, reactions, and fight updates. Arman Tsarukyan later responded during a live stream with Nina Drama, where he slammed Justin Gaethje for refusing the gift. According to Arman Tsarukyan, he was simply trying to be generous. But after Justin Gaethje's remarks, his sentiment has shifted to F him. Arman Tsarukyan further stated he eagerly awaits the opportunity to fight Justin Gaethje and beat the S out of him.
And I'm not gonna take the car. I said, kid, we're not gonna give it to him. He doesn't want and he doesn't deserve that. Yesterday I watched the video and I was shocked, if you don't wanna, they already gave me that car, so I gotta give away. But for sure I'm gonna give to my followers and maybe your followers too. But I hope someone is gonna win who needs that truck more than Justin Gaethje. I'm gonna f him up in the fight. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
if you're saying you don't want my truck and you don't gonna drive that, so you say thank you, instead of that be rude, they give you the truck, we bought the truck and you're saying I'm not gonna drive, why you're such an asshole, I talked to his manager. I asked what color he was. I told him that we already got the truck. Cute, Justin. Can't wait to whoop your ass. Yeah. I'm not gonna drive that truck. I don't need that truck. Just if you don't need it, you have I know you have a friends, family, parents. Just give away or give somebody who needs that. You know better. Why you're such an asshole?
It's a good alternative. Ooh, that's my camera.
When I'm gonna fight him is at one truck, 2 truck, 3 truck, 4 truck.
Arman has since revealed that, as Gaethje has declined the offer, he will now give the truck away to one of his followers on Instagram.
What's up, guys? As you heard on Joe Rogan podcast, Justin Gaethje said he doesn't want to get the truck that I bought for him. So I decided to give one of my followers. All information is going to be on the caption. Good luck, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Retired UFC welterweight Matt Brown believes Michael Chandler's recent performances demonstrate his time competing at the highest level is over. Speaking on the latest episode of The Fighter Vs, the writer, Brown cited Chandler's losing streak and his last defeat at UFC White House as proof he's no longer capable of competing with UFC-level fighters. Brown argued Chandler is clearly not a UFC-level guy anymore, suggesting he should either retire or continue his career in a lower-level organization.
With Michael Chandler, I mean, just his whole UFC run hasn't really been anything of note, right? And the fact that he's even as big of a star as he is in the UFC, look, I like Michael Chandler. I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just looking at objective facts, right? He shouldn't be the star that he is in the UFC. I mean, he's won 2 fights in the UFC.
2 and 6 now. 2 and 6.
Yeah, 2 and 6. And how are you 2 and 6 and you're as big of a star as him? It doesn't really add up. And he was great in Bellator. You're right. He had the great fight with Eddie Alvarez, and we've seen there's definitely a lot of potential in him. He hasn't reached his potential, and I don't. I would not get excited to see him fight again. If I'm Dana White, I either cut him or or tell him, look, you need to retire, bro, or just cut him. I mean, I think he would probably fit into if he wanted to keep fighting, I think he would probably fit in other organizations as well. I'd like to see him in bare knuckle. I'd like to see him, you know, maybe even in the game bred MMA, you know, bare knuckle stuff. Like, I think there's fun things for him to do. He's clearly not a UFC level guy, though. At 2-6, you can't do that.
Garry is exuding confidence as he looks ahead to his upcoming title clash with Islam Makhachev. In a new social media video, Garry declared his intent to prove he can defeat Makhachev in his own domain. So confident in his abilities, Garry claims that even if Islam Makhachev manages a takedown, he will not be submitted. He further promised to bounce him on his skull and ultimately seize the title.
I mean, you know, dude, I don't think Islam has a lot of weaknesses. He's never fought someone as long and tall as me. He's not fought someone as fast as me. He's not fought someone who has the distance management, the boxing capabilities, the head movement that I did, but also the takedown defense. He might get me down. I hope he does. Because I want to prove to the world that he can't submit me. I want to prove to the world that I can get back up. I want to prove to the world that I can beat him in his own world. I don't care how long he's trained in that area. I don't care if he's an internationally recognized master of Sambo or not. I'm going to bounce him on his skull. I'm going to take his title. I'm going to take his throne. And I'm going to finish that consecutive win streak. And I'll always be the guy that stopped history from happening.
Josh Hackett has made it clear he's unfazed by the potential backlash from his actions. In fact, it seems to be his intention to stir up controversy. Following his win over Derek Lewis at UFC White House, Hackett became a major talking point, but not because of his victory. Rather, it was his provocative comments that sparked widespread attention. He faced intense criticism for referring to former First Lady Michelle Obama in a derogatory manner, calling her a man. UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier, who has a personal connection with Hackett, was among those who spoke out, expressing his disappointment in Hackett's remarks despite their relationship.
Josh Hogan made a comment in the octagon. It was completely uncalled for. Josh has been in my gym. When he's not doing the whole character thing, he's just a normal dude. But the comments that he made in the octagon, it was irresponsible, it was nasty, it was horrible, it was unnecessary. He started his post-fight interview and he was going to do one of those gimmicky things that, honestly, like, I think it's lame as could have made more fans than he walked in there with. But instead, he goes and says the thing about Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama is a man!
Who is as classy a person as you will ever meet, who has only represented herself, her family, in this country with grace. It was just an unnecessary shot on her in a setting that didn't need any of that type of stuff. So many people right now in our country are trying to divide. That's the type of statement that divides. We as a country should be trying to come together. I absolutely hated that. He needs to do better. Dana was up and down with his reactions, where at times it looked like he thought it was funny. At times he looked like he was disgusted. At times he looked like he wanted to tell him to just shut the fuck up. It's gross. Get it together, dude. You do stuff like that, it really is hard to...
Hackett fired back on Twitter, saying, "I've been nothing but nice to this fat cow pig. I'm not here for unity. In reality, there will never be unity. I come to divide people's faces. If you don't like it, then come do something about it." He also called out Alexa Pereira and Cyril Gahn, proposing fights against both. Hackett tweeted, "Me versus Alexa Pereira for the big guy BMF belt at Madison Square Garden in November." He then took a shot at Gahn, saying, "Cyril Gahn wears a thong when he mows his lawn. If Aspinall doesn't come back, then let's fight in September in Paris. I'll beat you in a fight and in a game of one-on-one basketball because I'm the greatest all-around athlete to ever step into the octagon." In other news, Islam Makhachev believes the time has come for Usman Nurmagomedov to join the UFC. With a perfect 21-0 professional record, the 28-year-old is the current PFL lightweight champion and a former Bellator champion. In a recent interview with Russian journalist Adam Zubarev, Makhachev suggested that Usman should make the move to the UFC to reach his full potential and compete against the world's best fighters. However, Makhachev noted that this transition would likely require Usman to take a significant pay cut.
Соперников смотрели, я тоже сказал, что Усману стоит уже перейти, чтобы раскрыть полностью свой потенциал. Чтобы раскрыть полностью свой потенциал, нужны соперники. Они тебя заставляют расти тоже. Я думаю, у Усмана еще есть куда расти. Не знаю, там надо взвесить. ПФЛ намного больше заплатят. UFC не любят так платить. Ну, подпишешься, Усман, я думаю, даже они. Половина гонорара, то, что он получает, ПФЛ, UFC не заплатит.
А если говорить про наследие, вот продолжение фамилии Нурмагомедова?
Я думаю, есть время еще. То есть отработать еще один контракт, либо тоже никуда не опоздает.
Max Holloway's longtime training base, Gracie Technics Honolulu, which is also affiliated with Legacy Muay Thai, recently fell victim to an unexpected flood. The resulting damage prompted a temporary closure, with operations relocated while repairs were underway. However, the gym has now completed its restoration and has officially reopened its doors, marking a welcome return to normal operations for the Hawaiian training hub.
It didn't stop till 2 a.m. So the whole day involved, getting the mats, removing the whole entire wood subfloor, tearing out all of our flooring. We had to remove our benches and basically just taking care of all the water that was left in the space. But every square inch of our floor was covered in water. But yeah, I was definitely concerned that we wouldn't have a facility for these guys to train. So that's why we really got on it and secured something.
Shout out to my coaches, shout out to Ryan Lazarus. He had to figure it out. Shout out to my man Keoe at Westside Strike.
Here's the top comment from the last video. Wonder if Ilia said a happy Father's Day to Justin, seeing how that fight went. That's cold. Conor was given fights when not deserved. I kinda agree with that assessment. Dreet content. Thanks so much for the love. I'm sure Ilia will make adjustments and become unstoppable once again. Let's see what's next for him. And there were tons more like these. What do you think? Drop your comments below for the next video. That's it for the comments. Keep them coming, because the best ones get read on the next video. Drop your fight picks and hot takes below, smash that subscribe button, and stay locked in for more MMA breakdowns and breaking news every single day. Thanks for watching. Bye.